Oh.
Welcome,
We're Hit
Andy.
Lizard.
We're Hit
Yes,
Lizard.
we are.
This is Hit Lizard.
We are Hit Lizard.
You catch a shadow on the ceiling. You give anything just to fight the feeling. And all your life you've been waiting for this moment to come. And it's here this evening. Oh, you find it to be deceiving. Oh, just face the feeling. You can't go away just to see it wasted. And going on, you can't replace it. Don't lie, you can't force moments to come. Don't run, just try to face it.
Hey, I'm Ryan, and I play drums.
Hey, Ryan.
That's about all I can play is drums. Hey, it's that guy's turn.
My name's Brett Gabriel. I play guitar and
He's the dad.
try to jump around a lot, but I really don't do it a whole lot. So, and I'm the dad of the band, so I kind of I handle logistics as far as not really. I really don't.
I'm Anna. I sing and co-write a lot of the music, and yeah, I dance a lot too.
My name's Connor. I play bass.
This is Jeremy, our mascot.
It's a pretty good story behind that, actually. How you?
Yeah, actually, what happened with Jeremy was we had a show, and my oldest son Gavin just made it, and I don't even think he really made it for the show, but he made it just playing the day of the show, and so I took it to the show that day, and Anna named him Jeremy.
Yeah,
So
I love him. He's become a staple of our shows, and it just gets people hyped up just to see this dinosaur at the front of the stage with a shotgun, just ready to go.
yes.
But when we played the 40 watt, one of the sound guys came up to us because Jeremy was at the front of the stage, and the gun had, it's supposed to be aiming straight up, and it's kind of doing it right now, but the gun had like directly gone down to point at the audience.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, it was kind of.
He came up and he was like,
PR thing.
"Hey, don't you feel like it's a little threatening, like just like having a dinosaur with a gun just like pointing straight at the audience?"
We never thought about that.
It was.
Sticky magic. Yeah. Well, what I love about our band and what I've loved about it from the very beginning is we have fun, and that's the goal. Is it's rehearsal isn't, it's not just business like, okay, let's get this perfect, let's just work as hard as we can, but we have fun. We show up together and laugh, and we have all these jokes and
Totally.
just really have a good time. And when we went to Carrollton, Georgia, we went to West Georgia, that area. Oh, hey, Andy. Do you have anything you want to say? Andy, wet cat fur isn't the most pleasant sensation.
Oh, I did it earlier and it's like already all
It's
over me.
it's not pleasant, but it's okay. It's cute. We went to Carrollton and got a hotel and like all hung out and just, you know, I remember after that show we chatted in the parking lot for like an hour and just laughed about random stuff
Yeah.
and like just being ridiculous and
We were
jumping around.
hanging out with my dad and my stepmom.
Yeah.
And one of my friends.
And this random girl. Oh, your friend showed up with pizza.
Yeah.
For some
Yeah.
reason, I replaced
That
her
was-
with like
that
a
was
random
fun.
girl with pizza in the parking
Oh,
lot that somebody
yeah.
started eating. And that's how my
You were so drunk.
I was wasted. Wasted on rock and roll, man.
Exactly.
You put me in a sanctuary. I feel fine, I'm ordinary. I'm just fine, waiting on the wind to blow me over. He said that things are as good as they get. Is there something else for me to choke on? Tell the truth now, is it something I said? Where your blessings and run away. Oh, I'd be for this paper, tiger. Could find what I needed if I had time to search the ocean. Rewrite and play back everything we saw. I think I forgot that I could live at all. This is where I lie once I made my bed. Tell the truth now, is it something I've said? Where your blessings and run away. Oh, I think for the success.
Anna and I knew each other through a few friends, and I think I was talking to another one of our friends about music, and she had said she sung, and I was like, I play guitar, and I hadn't played in a band in a couple years, so I was like, we should like jam, and I thought it was just kind of gonna be a jam, and we got about 3 or 4 songs together, and we're like, oh, now we need a drummer, and Ryan and I were in a band called Thieves Market together for about 5 years. We kind of fizzled out in 2013, and he was the obvious choice.
Oh, thanks, man.
The obvious choice. He's the best drummer in Athens.
That is not true.
And so I called him
Quit
up.
being so humble.
I called him up, and he came right on, I guess.
I love
it was-
playing drums, man, and I knew you could rock guitar.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if Anna was any good, and then when I
I
was
ask
really
myself
surprised.
that every day.
I was surprised. I was like, this is awesome. Yeah.
Ryan and I were really, really comfortable with each other playing, so he just kind of fit right in.
Yeah, like even some of the stuff that we played almost felt like familiar, you know, just because we lock up like that.
Yeah.
Like the more you play with another musician, the more you kind of can anticipate what they're going to do.
Totally.
I mean, so many bands like break up. They might be great, but they break up because of ego or because, you know, they fight or whatever. I can't see doing that. Like, if you can't, like, just enjoy kicking it with your bandmates, that's the issue
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever have.
I think
I agree, yeah.
I think we joke about that all the time.
Yeah.
We like throw in each other's faces.
But yeah.
You don't stop pissing me off, I'm gonna quit the band. and then I'll have no friends, and I don't know what to do with the rest of myself.
I quit the
Also
band
know
like
that's
4
true.
times, but I was just kidding, yeah.
20 minutes later, he came back, guys, we're really sorry.
One thing that I want to say about Brett too is that Brett is the reason that this started. Like, you are the whole reason that Hit Lizard is a thing. And you know, I remember when you were asking me, like, hey, I play guitar, we should jam. And at that time, you know, I've always enjoyed singing, and I've written my own music, and I've always loved being expressive in that kind of way. But I was super. Oh, bye, Andy. He left his dress of cat hair on me. But I've always enjoyed doing that. But I was super shy and almost kind of afraid to do it in any other form other than my own personal room on like voice memos that I'll never let anybody hear. And so Brett, he was just like, let's play. And you know, you brought it up like a lot, and I was like, oh man, I'll let you know. And finally you were like, we're doing this, like we're jamming this. I was like, okay. And I was really nervous, and you know, we had known each other, but we like didn't know each other super well. And I just remember it being like a super comfortable, easy thing to sit down together and write some music. And you know, you taught me a lot of stuff, and I was kind of surprised how well it went and how easy it was for us to come up with these things. And so it was us two basically in his basement for a couple of months, writing songs, putting together things, me showing up for, you know, our next session and singing him the lyrics and getting his opinion on that. And then when Ryan came, it actually really started to feel like something really cool was happening.
Yeah, the first time I showed up, they had already worked on a couple of things, and so I just jumped in, and all I was doing was a beat, so I didn't have to match notes or any of that. So it just almost sounded like we had some songs already.
Yeah, we wrote, the first song we wrote was Far and Away, then Paper Tiger, and then I think it was Reckless Nudge.
Mm-hmm.
And it got better every time we played, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Then we peaked, and now we're like coming down from that.
Time for new stuff.
We peaked in 2018 though. One of the coolest song experiences, well, the two that really stick out to me, and one was Violet Light, and was writing Violet Light. It was such a crazy experience because we wrote that so quickly.
Yes.
Like we
Really?
Brett's an amazing guitarist, and like if you don't know that, you'll find out very soon. But he's an amazing guitarist, and but he came up with the riff, and I remember he sent it. The way we write is he'll write a piece and he'll send it to me, and I'll think and I'll hear a melody and I'll go to it. And I remember getting what you wrote and having this like very clear melody in my mind, and it seemed like in a matter of a week, you know, we all went and listened to what he wrote and kind of like hashed out what we were thinking. And then when we came back to rehearsal, we're like, here are all ideas. It was like we had a song.
Yeah.
It happened so quickly.
I think that song and Reckless Nudge are the two fastest songs we ever wrote. Like, we wrote those in a matter of practice or two. And they just came together.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it falls in like that, yeah, and then every once in a while you get hung on a section like we are on a particular song.
Tell them which one it is. Tell them.
Yeah.
Oh, unintentional drum solo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you get to a bridge and you cannot figure out what you want to do with the bridge.
Yep.
And that happens 10 times and you still mess around with the bridge. But what I told them is that I really like that song and the chorus so much that we can kind of improv, which is great in this band that we can do that.
Yeah.
Even on stage, sometimes
Yeah.
we play it a little different and it gives it variety. And it makes it more fun too, for me, especially.
That's on Watch Your Step, and it's going to be on our new album. And we're thinking about not recording it yet because of this problem with the bridge. I would play it too long or too short, and we ended up doing it in like about 5 takes, maybe 4 or 5 takes. We got the drums, and we're like, okay, we got the drums. We got to do it that way. So it came together, and we still play it differently at every show, I think.
Yeah, the bridge especially, it kind of rotates around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
just a
do.
remix.
But it works.
Yeah.
It works though
It
every
works.
time.
Yeah, because we come back to the chorus.
Because we've always
Yeah.
we've asked people the past
That's my favorite part.
couple shows like, hey, so how'd that one song go? I'm like, it sounded awesome. Really? Are you sure?
It always works out because somewhere we just throw the words "watch yourself" in it, and then it just works out.
Yeah, it's just say that.
We just make sure we say what the title of the song is. And so we're all from like basically around here, and so the 40 Watt to us has been for me definitely has been a place where I've seen some of my favorite bands
Yes.
over the years,
Yeah.
and it's so nostalgic, and it has those feelings of just like cool stuff and like bands that I've loved and grown up with, and that bands that have changed my life that have kind of like I've watched them perform at this venue, and so it was just really cool for us to be there and kind of enjoy that space.
Always hungry, that's the problem. So I also get cravings, and so after I get playing when I'm done playing drums, like Taco Bell just hits the spot. It's not my fault.
Yes.
And
Do you get Taco Bell every time?
not every time, no, but they did put one near my house now. It's a problem.
So the Taco Bell thing goes back pretty far though,
Yeah.
because you used to make jokes about Taco Bell a lot in our last band,
Yeah.
and so there was just always this thing when we would get done playing, where Ryan would be like, "I'm going to Taco Bell."
Gone.
So we just started making this joke about
Yeah.
getting endorsements.
Well, our
from
old
Taco
bassist Chris too met me in the drive-through after one of the shows. So it's
Like
I'm
actually
not
in the
the only-
drive.
On accident though, like he
Yeah.
was planning on going, he didn't know you were gonna be there, and he just like folds in. He's like, "Oh, that's Ryan."
yeah.
Feel it on my skin, coming up from within, a senseless act of power. And I'm awake, was been replaced by this reckless taste on the tip of my tongue.
and theories about this, I guess. But honestly, do y'all remember this conversation?
No.
So
We took a vote. I remember voting.
Well, I
I wasn't
remember we kept thinking of all these names, and I have a tendency to think of like really serious names when I'm trying to think of a band name. And Anna said Hit Lizard, and at first I was like, it just didn't ring. And then after we had like a list of like 12, and we had to have a name because we booked the show. Like we booked the show,
That's right.
like y'all, we
Yeah.
need a name to put on the bill.
Yeah.
And finally,
Oh,
I was
wow.
just like, we just need to have something that's silly because we're always joking around about stuff. We're like not a real serious band, and I just feel like it doesn't have a meaning,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't feel like you should put that much effort into finding a name.
It's fun to say. I
Hit
mean,
Lizard.
you know, we were talking about. I don't remember the exact conversation, but we were talking about other names and how there's something just delicate or pretty, and then something just like harsh and violent, or like kind of the antithesis of the previous word. And I'm a huge animal fan. That a lot of my art consists of animals and drawing things like that, and it's just something that we just threw together. But
It grows on you.
Yes.
yeah,
It grows on you.
It's been problematic in a couple ways.
It's true. Y'all want
Have
me.
to give the disclaimer on this.
yeah.
Some people think it sounds like Hitler.
Did you just say
We
Hitler?
are
Yeah.
not
It's
Nazis.
Yeah,
We're not
we'll
white
clear the air.
And
supremacists.
a
Yeah.
lot of people want to put 2 T's in it or 2 Z's, and I really don't understand that.
Or no spaces.
That's a good
Or-
idea, though,
And-
actually.
Or no
Yeah,
spaces.
or no spaces.
It's not a
But
bad idea.
It's just,
2 T's and a 2.
I like it because it's fun to say.
It is funny.
It is, and it has a couple of close homonyms and some synonyms and other nyms.
So I like playing rock and roll because music. Why I play music has changed a lot over the years. Like there was something that drew me to it as a kid. I remember there was my best friend. I was over at his house, and his neighbor played guitar, and he was outside playing one time, and I just the sensitivity of electric guitar just always drew me to it. When
Dude, there's a bug in your hair.
Yeah, I've been watching it this whole time.
I think you got it.
and then
It wants to hear what you have to say.
And so, you know, it just always changed why I liked playing music. One thing is like it's a puzzle, you know, trying to figure out the chords or the timing. That always interested me.
You're a really good teacher too.
Oh yeah,
Seem to,
he
like,
is.
show
You
other
are
people.
a really good teacher.
Yeah, you
that was
are.
one thing I said where I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna need you to be patient with me. I can do it, but you're like, I need you to help me." And you were just like, "Oh yeah, it's no problem. So you do this and this," and you would just sit and wait, or you just play it with me for like 10 minutes over and over. And that's how I figured out everything. in time.
Yeah, the last album definitely has a theme of reconciling with a world that has become unhinged and disorganized and isn't necessarily a safe place anymore. And from my perspective as the writer, I know I was influenced by a lot of the current events and things going on in the world, and imagining a place that could survive, you know, after an extinction or warfare or something devastating to the human race. And so I've always been really inspired by that kind of stuff. And you know, I've always tended to find influence in darkness or like dark themes or maybe even like taboo, and so that's something that I was kind of interested in and that we all explored while we were writing the songs. But there's also a lot of optimism in that of getting out of a situation that is unfavorable and then thriving, but being in this completely new and kind of dangerous and unknown and mysterious environment. So a paper tiger in general is something that it looks terrifying, but is actually just made of paper, so you can just blow it over. You know, it's something that's not really a real threat. But I wrote it when I was basically coming to terms with a lot of stuff that I had been dealing with in my own life and emotional barriers that I'd faced, and learning to power through and to to get on the other side and see these things as not, you know, like obstacles, yes, but not barriers. And during that writing process, that song was super cathartic to me because, you know, things aren't always as scary in life as they seem.
Yeah.
And that's been a huge lesson for me of that. I mean, you know, just like what I was saying earlier, even just, you know, showing people songs that I'd written like 5 years ago was really nerve-wracking for me. And then now I'm performing, and I really don't get nervous before shows anymore. I just get excited.
Oh yeah, you're up there. You're just like, you ready, guys? Ready?
Yeah, I just get excited. I'm just ready to do it. But that, like, if you would have told me back then, who was like, no, you know, this is mine, this is very personal and close to me, I wouldn't have believed you. Like,
Wow, so like the show itself is kind of a paper tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, it's funny. I still get a little nervous before every show. And when we're playing in front of people we don't know, it's not as bad. It's when you have a show in Athens and like 20 of your friends come.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like, oh my goodness. But like when we went to Carrollton or we go to Atlanta,
Shit.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I just play.
That's the best,
But it was
yeah.
a really good show. It was fun.
Yeah, but I think it's like once you get it, the amp turned on and you're tuned up and you hit the first note, it's like what I said before. It's like everything else just gets sucked out of the room and you're focused on what's going on with your bandmates right then, and it's all about like all the bad stuff being out and you're focusing on just feeling the music.
The one we got's called Paper Tiger.
Started drinking pretty early when we had gotten there, and then I had a few more drinks. We did our show, got pretty drunk by the end of the show. We were having a great time, and then it was time to go home. It was like 2:30 in the morning, and Brett and I rode together, and we have so you know, we get to our hotel. It was the Holiday Inn. We get to the Holiday Inn, and I was like, oh, I've been in this hotel before, and we were like using the GPS as well, so I was like, oh, this must be it. And you know, I'd be like, oh, I'd stay here before, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty hammered. He was totally cool, but we have all our shit. We're getting out of the car, and we're like, oh, finally we're here, okay. And we walk in, and we like say hey to the desk clerk. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? And we got all our gear. We're like, yeah. Yeah, it felt like that, really did. And then we get to the second floor, room 214.
214 it was.
214.
We were in the right room.
And Brett, we're walking down the hallway, and we're being pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie. Mind you, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and Brett just looks at me and just goes, "Watch this." Ryan, let me in. I gotta take a shit. And I swear to God, he looks back at me like, yeah. And that was you looking at me like, watch this. And we wait for like 10 seconds. Nothing happens. I'm gonna do it again. Ryan, come on, man. I gotta take a shit. Mind you, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're waiting. And I was like, let me call him. Maybe he's in the bathroom. Maybe he's asleep. I don't know. I call him like, Ryan, yo, dude. Hey, man. Let us in. They're like, oh, you guys are at the door? Like, yeah. We've been like waiting for like 3 or 4 minutes now. Like, come on, dude. I was like, oh yeah, sorry guys. Well, Ryan, did you open the door? Yeah, I did. Where are you guys? Oh, yeah, no, we're at the wrong one. And they're like, what hotel are you at? Holiday Inn? No, we're at the Best Western. So, the Best Western's literally 30 feet from the Holiday Inn. And right when that happened on the phone, we see the desk clerk come and walk it down towards the hallway. This kid's like 18 or whatever. And immediately Brent and I were like, hey man, we're real sorry because like...
We're Hit Lizard and we smash guitars because we don't care.
Oh,
Do it again.
these are pretty
I watch
tough.
you move, I watch you lie. You stay in the corner of my eye. Special place for the other side.
Ruined it.
Wouldn't care to watch you cry. Elevated sense of self-importance. Asking for the wrong kind of forgiveness. A woman with plans.
Alright, Ryan, you want to give it a go?
Alright, I'll smash it up. Watch, I'm the guy who gets hurt doing this. Wow, that was pretty good.
One more right here. You got one more.
Now that I've done it all enough to feel small next to you, in your shoes are too filled with mud to ever be able to fill. See you send your rider out with your fears in the night, casting shadows. Am I the only one that knows what you were?